Hey there, Vern Warnke, your Sheriff Coroner here from Merced County. With me is Under Sheriff Corey Gibson. He's actually the backbone of the Sheriff's Office, and we're here to talk about some things going on. And keep in mind, this is our first one. We're going to be discussing the state of the Sheriff's Office, what's going on with the groundbreaking at a JLCC, just stuff coming up. Also, before I forget, if you've got questions, email them to us, and we'll have a link to that when this is done. So if you got questions for our next talks with the sheriff on a tailgate, or how we're going to say that, but we're going to do this, Tailgate Talks with the Sheriff. So right now I'm going to have Under Sheriff Gibson talk about the rebuild and staffing issues. So we're going to start with staffing issues. Under Sheriff, well, let's tell the people what's going on with our staffing.
Well, as you know, Sheriff, we've had some struggles currently with our staffing, both in corrections and operations. Currently, we have 108 allotted positions through the county for custodial staff. And out of those 108, we currently have 33 vacancies. Even to make it worse, out of those, we have people that are currently employed. We have 10 that are still in training and aren't able to work line as a solo officer. So we're still working through those struggles. We currently are working with the county and trying to get some hiring incentives and some other things to try to fill some of those vacancies. We were able to accomplish that with the deputies. Currently, we have 98 allotted deputy sheriff positions. Out of those 98, we have 14 openings. However, the county and the DSA did come to an agreement with some hiring incentives. So if there's a deputy sheriff applicant out there, we currently do have a $10,000 signing bonus for laterals.
There we go.
And a $5,000 bonus for deputy sheriffs just starting their career.
Well, I'm glad that our county CEO's office has finally stepped up to the plate on that, because there's so many other counties that are doing this. So for the folks out here, I want you to really take into consideration, we're in this brand working and reaching for this star, because it does make a difference in our county. So we do have openings. We'd like to see you come on down there. Under Sheriff, the other thing that we're dealing with corrections, we had a situation, obviously the jail is so antiquated, and now we've got the project going on. So we do have a new jail or prison coming up. So I want you to share a little bit about that.
Yeah, so back in, I want to say 2015 or so, we were awarded 863 money to help remodel the John LaRocca Correctional Center. And so it's been a long process to get permitted and architecture work done for that facility. But the good news is in I think the month of April, we officially broke ground on the 863 project. And so currently Dorm 400 is under remodel, and we're building a new kitchen. We haven't done an official groundbreaking, but we're going to do one next month on the 19th. And I don't know the time. I want to say it's noonish.
Well, we'll let people know about that.
Well, when it comes up. But the good part is we have a total of 4 different projects out there. And so you have the 863 remodel of John LaRocca Correctional Center, which essentially is 85% of the current facility. And then we have what we call phase 2, which is a brand new 256 bed facility that's going to be built adjacent, which is going to replace the main jail downtown Merced. So when that project's completed, the downtown jail will be, the plan is to be demolished and no longer used. And then on top of that, we have an additional $7 million from CCP for additional mental health treatment facility out at John LaRocca, plus an additional $1.3 million project for additional training and mental healthcare space for why we're doing the remodel. So we have 4 separate projects going out there, and they should all be permitted by next month.
Well, that's, I can't even begin to tell you how relieved I am. I've been with the agency 44 years, and getting this project off the ground has been just horrendous, to say the least. So we are making strides. Our correctional facility and we're going to be detention deputies pretty soon. So at least they're going to have a new place to work. We're just trying to get the pay up so that we want people to want to come here. And, this is truly a great county to work for, except for the money. So that's what we're dealing with right now. So we're trying our absolute darndest to get the money up so we get more people here. I will tell you that I'm very proud of the personnel that we do have busting their butts, especially our correctional staff is doing 16-hour days, 3 and 4 days a week.
Correct.
Oh my gosh. So folks, thoughts and prayers to what's going on with the county, but I could use your support. You know what? If you've got a relationship with one of the board members, reach out to them. Let them know your concerns. They keep telling me that public safety is their #1 priority. So let's hold their feet to the fire, and I mean that literally, folks. I need your help. So when supervisors meetings go on, I'd like to see you there. Reach out to me. A lot of you have my cell phone number, so please continue to do that. just a lot. So I'm hoping that we can continue to do the tailgate talks and bring some light here. Again, if you've got any questions or some things that you want to be brought up, email us, and then we'll address it on our next tailgate talks. So I don't know if it had any more. We got something.
Well, the thing, I think you brought it up with DA Silvera at the last board meeting or the meeting before, and you were really concerned about the current murder rate per capita, where ranks Merced County as number one. And so you look at the counties just north and south of us, and they're far less than we are. And I think that's a direct reflection of investment in public safety. And so we need to be more competitive in the marketplace in recruiting and attracting law enforcement officers. And a part of that comes with pay and infrastructure. And so the county's done some investment in infrastructure, but they hadn't done it in 30, 40 years. And so that now we have a lot of catching up to do when it comes to public safety infrastructure, when it comes to the sheriff's office.
Yeah, it's been an uphill battle, it seems, and hopefully we'll get some light with our supervisors to help get this taken care of. And folks, I'm sure you can hear all the noises going on. This is a true tailgate meeting. We got air conditioner going on, airplane going by, trucks driving past. So this is genuine. This is where you can tell there's nothing scripted, and we're just going to try and get everybody up to date on what's going on here at the sheriff's office. It's your sheriff's office. You folks elected me to make sure that we get this taken care of. We're going to let you know what's going on. So please, if you got something, give me a holler. Appreciate that. Undersheriff, you got anything you want to add to what we're doing, or we're all right?
No, we're just here to serve the public, and whatever questions they have, we're willing to answer. I think they should learn by now that you're completely transparent, and so is your staff. So if there's things that people want to know, we're more than willing to answer those questions.
Absolutely. It's what we do. So anyhow, thanks guys. Hope the first tailgate talks with the sheriff, something that you will continue to watch, and we'll continue to go as long as we got your support. So I appreciate you. Thank you.